Okay, today's lesson we are going to use Pfumvu Paruzevha. That's a song that we've been working on, and I want to start the discussion on what we call styles of play. So when we started, the song is, that's the first phrase, that's the second phrase, and then we introduced the bass notes, so you can, and then when we introduced the right side, we played the basic netete at R1 and R2, and then we played at R4, and then we had other variations that go up all the way up to R8. But combining the left side and the right side, that's what we want to get to. So the way we did it was playing simultaneously, that is left and right hands at the same time. So So this is one style of play, simultaneous. We can call it simultaneous. And then the second style that we introduced was alternating, starting with the left hand. This is alternating. Now, so we've two styles of play. Now, there are many other styles that can then be derived by combining these two styles. So we could start alternating, and then we go back to the style of playing simultaneously. But you don't have to do it at the end of each phrase. You could start out. So I'm starting with the simultaneous and then changing to the alternating. So. So what I'm showing you is that you can do a whole phrase and then change on the next phrase, or you can do part of a phrase, or you can do just the first part of each phrase, or you can start with the alternating. And so the permutations are endless. You choose whether to play simultaneously or alternating, and then you can make as many combinations as possible. And what this allows you to do is to introduce some irregularity in the way the song progresses. So if you just play it, so everything is evenly spaced, alternating. But if you change the style, you've introduced some irregularity, and you can introduce it regularly. So now I'm getting into heartbeat language. Regularly irregular or irregularly regular, but I'm just introducing that you can combine the two styles of play. So that's one. The second one is to omit some notes. So we are playing, for every left hand note, we're playing a right hand note. So we're going. So there are some variations of songs that are curtailed, that are called Nhemamusasa versions, meaning you've cut out some notes. Now, so the way to start it, you could just cut out the last right hand note. So you could go. So I didn't play the last note. It would have been. So that second note, I've omitted it. So. So what this allows you to do is demarcate where the first phrase is ending and where the second phrase is ending. Now, it has many uses in the development of the music. Sometimes it is just to emphasize that last note if it is not followed by another note. So this is an emphasized note. I'm emphasizing this note. And then sometimes this becomes the cue for somebody who's singing. Either they start singing there or they are supposed to have gotten to a certain stage in the singing of the song. But you are introducing some gallop, or some skipped beat by omitting one note on the right hand side. But once you've learnt this, you can choose where to omit the note. So you could go. So I'm omitting now the note that accompanies the second part of the phrase. So now I'm playing alternating the first part of the phrase, and then the second part I omit the one netete, and then the third part I'm playing simultaneous. So in other words, we started out with a song that is walking in a straight line, evenly spaced, and so you can choose where to omit a note, where to change the style to simultaneous, and this gives so many possibilities. So that you can tailor it to how you are composing and want to sing. So that the mbira is not just a flat. Is not doing a flat run. It follows, or it gives cues, so that it is appropriately accompanying the singing. Now, you can omit notes in every part of the phrase. So you could go. So this is what is appropriately called the Nhemamusasa version, where we have two notes on the right and one note on the left. But once you've done this, then you can also start adding notes. Now, adding notes is a little more difficult, and we can leave it for another lesson. But one way of adding the notes is adding, left-hand notes. So we are going. So we could play twice this L3 B3, and I've changed the timing a little bit. So and then we play with one note, one corresponding note on the right side. So there are many possibilities, and this answers one big question that is there in Mbira music, that when you listen to Nhemamusasa, each one plays Nhemamusasa differently, but it is all Nhemamusasa. Or for this song that we're doing, this is Pfumvu Paruzevha, but if you listen closely, people play it in many different ways. This is just changing small things, omitting one netete or omitting two, or combining the alternating with simultaneous. And then because you don't know when each player is going to do it, then it introduces that anticipation, and you think he's going to hit this note, you hit a different one, and it allows you to tailor it to your singing, to tailor it to the performance that you're doing. But I think for now we've done two things. We've got an alternating style of playing, and then we've got a simultaneous style. And then you can choose each part how you want to play it. So this is one thing in the lesson. The second one is to omit some notes. Until you omit in every part of the phrase. And then we've added some two notes, so that instead of playing 6 on the left, you can play 8. And so if somebody asks you to play a Nhemutimu version of Pfumvu Paruzevha, this last part that I'm playing, that's pretty much it. But I think these are ways of spicing up what we already know. We haven't changed anything in the notes that we learnt, but are introducing just the concepts on different styles of playing. And we'll leave adding notes for another lesson. I think that's it. Thank you.